Hello, students. My name is Shesi George, your professional accounting teacher. Before you continue with this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Georgian Theory Concept. Thank you. All right, let's get started. So in this video, we are going to solve the part B of this question quickly. All right, so if you have not watched the last video, please, it's pertinent to do that before you continue watching this, okay? Now, using relevant statistical tools of analysis, answer the following research questions. Like I told you, this video is meant for research students. All right. So we have regress y on x. Now, let me explain this concept. Anytime you are asked to regress y on x, y is the variable before this on is the dependent variable, while the variable after the horn is independent variable. So it means that y depends on x, regress y on x. Okay, so to do that, you are going to form a regression line. And that regression line is this. Okay, so this is the regression line. Y equals to a plus b x1. We are regressing y on x1. So in this case, a is nothing but regression constants. Another name for this is called regression intercepts. Intercepts. Okay. Then B, the value of B is known as regression coefficients. Coefficients. And another name for this is called slope, or what we know as gradients. Gradients. Okay. All right. Now let's quickly use our calculator to determine this. Now, from our summary of the spreadsheets, so in the last video, I've shown you how to get this spreadsheet. So if you have not watched my video, go to my YouTube channel. You see how this is done. Now, you will make sure you change your calculator mode to regression mode, okay? So to do that, first, neutralize the mode. You press Shift, you press Mode, all right? So let me change. You press 2 or 1. I want to press 1 so that I've been using this calculator to calculate regression. So I want to clean off the previous data. So I'll press 1, then equals to again, and this. So my previous data has been cleared. So if you press this now, you'll see nothing is coming out. N is equals to 0. It means all the data has been cleared off, but it's still on regression mode. So watch my video. I've shown you how to go to regression mode. I've done a video on that. Now, to input data, since we are regressing y on x1, to input your data, you press 4.0, comma, you press y, 4.0, then you press m plus, okay? For the second one, you also press 4.0, comma, then 4.7 m plus. For the next one, you press 2.7 in your calculator. Oh yeah, you press 3.0, then you press m plus. What you are doing, you are imputing the data. Then you press 3.0, then 4.0, then m plus. Take note that the independent variable must be pressed first, must be entered first. So these are the independent variable, x. So these are the value of x and x1, and these are the value of y. Okay, so you continue that process until the final 9, okay? So please, you don't need to show this in the exam. I'm just doing this for teaching purpose, okay? All right. Now you pick up your calculator. I believe you have done that. Then, so the first one here is 4. So you press 4, then press comma 4, then n plus. Now I'm practicalizing. Now n equals to 1 will appear. Then you do for the next one. We have 4, comma, then 4.7. That is 2. It will appear. Then we have 2.7, comma, then 3n plus. Okay. Then you do for the next one 3, comma, 4.7 n plus. So you continue that process like that until you get to n equals to 9. So I've gotten to my 9 here. Okay. Then to calculate the value of A, you now press shift. You press 2, then you come to this arrow, you press it twice, 1, 2. Then you have the value of A, which is the constant. This one shows the value of B. So to get this value of A, you press 1. Don't forget, finally you press equals to. Then this will give us 3.2771. Okay. Use 4 decimal places. Okay. So that your solution will be accurate. Now, to press the value of B, you repeat the same process. That is shift, you press 2, you press this twice, 1, 2, and you press 2 this time around. So this is 2. So you have to press 2, and finally you press equals to. So our B will give nothing but 0.211 and 5. So we are using 4 decimal places. Therefore, our regression line, what is our regression line from the calculator? So you must have written this from the calculator, from my calculator. Okay. So the examiner will know that you have used calculator to generate this, okay? Because there is a formula, there is a model, but we are not using the model here. Then our Y regression line equals to A. The value of A is 3.2771 plus the value of B is 0.2115x1. Now, this is the regression line. All right. So we need to draw a graph to show the line. All right. So to do that, you will go to x1. All right. Go to x1. What is the highest value of x? The lowest value of x1. So my lowest value of x1 equals to lowest value of x1 equals to 2.7. So if you look at it from here, it's 2.7. Then what would be the value of y? Y now, you now substitute 2.7 in this equation. So this equation is called the regression line. Regression line. It is connecting, it is to connect x and y, is forming a relationship. That's a regression line. All right, so we have 3.2771 plus 0.2115, then into bracket 2.7, close the bracket. Now I'll pick up my calculator, I'll press 3.2771 plus 0.2115 times 2.7. Then I'm having 3.8. So my y is nothing but 3.848 approximately to 3.8. Okay. Now the highest value, just pick the highest value of x1, and that is the highest value is nothing but 4.0. So what would be the value of y? Value of y in this case will be 3.84. Oh, sorry, this is a silly mistake. That is 3 from this equation. That's the constant. 3.2771 plus 0.2115. Then when x is 4, so you plot in your 4, then you come to your calculator, we have 3.2771 plus 0.2115 times 4. So I have 4.12. 4.1231. So I will approximate to 4.1. Now, having gotten this, 2 points will be formed. 2 points will be formed. That's the coordinates. So I'm having for this first equation here 2.7, comma, then 3.8. Then for this, I'm having x is 4, comma, then I'm having 4.1. So these are the 2 points to be joined together in a graph. So you now pick up your graph sheets. You pick up your graph. You pick up your graph. It must be drawn on a graph. You pick up your graph. So if you look at your graph, this is a Cartesian. You draw a Cartesian plane on the graph. Now, I will draw my y-axis. The highest value of y is 4. So I will count from, let's say this is 0. So I will count here 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's the highest value of y, and that is 4.1. Then in the same vein, the you draw x-axis. This x-axis, the highest value is 1, 2, 3, 4. I can include 5, but the highest value is 4. All right. Now I will locate these 2 points. So let me locate the first point. This is 2.7. So this is 2.7. So 2.7, I'll just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 2.7. Okay. Then I will locate x. That is on the x-axis. Then on the y-axis, this is x, this is y, x1. So I'll put x1 here. I will locate 3.8. So this is my 3. So 3.8, I will count. So let me use my ruler. So for accuracy, so this is 3. Don't forget, class, this is 3. Look at this is 3. So I will now count 0.8 up. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the point. I've located the point. All right. So that is the point of, so this is the point of 2.7, 3.8. Okay. This is what we call coordinates. Then similarly, you do the same thing for this. This one is very straightforward. This is on the x-axis, I have 4. Okay. I have 4. Then on the y-axis, I have 4.1. So this one is somehow sheep. All right. Then here, I will now, all right. Now, look at, I will join these two lines together. I will join these two lines together. I will join these two lines. So class, let's join the two lines. I will draw a line to join the 2 points. I've joined the 2 points together. So if I join the 2 points together, this is called the intercept. And that is where the value of A is located on the graph. If you noticed, this is 3.2. Fine. If you look at the value of A, if you approximate it, it's giving us 3.2. Okay, from my graph, this is 3, 1, 2. You can try it. Okay, it means we can confidently say this is a graph of y equals to y of 3.2. 3.2. That's why we call it constant. 3.2 plus 0.2115 of x1. Okay, so this is a graph. You write a graph of y equals to 3.2, which is this constant, plus 0.2115x1. Okay, so that's how to, this is a line graph. It's a line graph has been drawn. Hope you understand this. All right. Now let's move to the next part of the question. So the next part of the question says that what is the degree of relationship? Of course, since your data is still here, we are to calculate the gradient. We are to calculate the correlation. The correlation is required when you are asked to calculate the degree of relationship, and that is normally represented by R, correlation, using the calculator. So to do that is already computed there. It's already computed. You have entered your, since we've entered our data, and since we are still, and we are asked, the question says that between x1 and y, x1. So there is no need of entering the data again. You can just make use of that. So you press shift, you press 2, like, then you press this twice, 1, 2. Then, and that is R. It will give you 3. Then you press 3 and equals to. So this is the degree of relationship. So which is, they said, what is the degree of relationship? So therefore our R from the calculator is equals to 0.214, let me say 6. Okay, we can approximate to 0.2. Now I want to emphasize on one thing here. How do you interpret this? Because you need to interpret, you need to tell us. Don't forget, this is a positive figure. Correlation value is always between minus 1, less or equals to correlation, less or equals to 1. Okay? So when you have a value that is less than 1 and that is less than 0.5, between, this is 0. Let's say correlation is 0. It means there is no relationship. Is 0, no relationship. But when you have 0.5, so the value that falls within this range shows a weak correlation, weak relationship, but positive. Positive in the sense that both increases at the same time, both reduces at the same time. Are you there? As one is increasing, the other one too is increasing. Okay? As X is increasing, it's affected Y, and Y also increases. Now, but this is what we call weak relationship. So based on the value of R, you understand, there is a weak positive correlation between X1, and that X1 is effects. So you write effects of attitude and client's satisfaction, which is Y. Okay? All right, students. So there is a weak positive correlation. That is relationship. There is a positive. All right. So I would have preferred you to use relationship. Okay. And that has been cleared. That is from my calculation. So from the calculator. All right. But if you are asked to use formula, we use the formula. But don't forget, I'm only doing this based on the scheme, what the examiner wants. All right, for the students involved. So using the calculator. Okay. All right. Now the last question talks about partial correlation. Partial correlation. Okay. Partial correlation. And that partial correlation, uh, all right, it talks about partial correlation is when uh, you are trying to look at coefficients between y and x, keeping x2 constant, okay? So I'm going to talk on this in the next video. So in the next video, we are going to look at partial correlation, all right? So watch out for the next video. We are going to discuss this. There is a model for this. So determine the correlation coefficient between y and x1, keeping x2 constant. All right, so we are going to discuss this in the next video. So if you love this video, please do share with your friends. Thank you.